Well, hello there, friends. Another fantastic soup. I made an asparagus bisque. Delicious, and I got all kind of vegetables in there. I got leeks, I got carrots, I got celery, I got onion, I got all kind of things. And then we grind it all up, until this smooth, delicious soup. And I put a little bit of prosciutto chips with it to give it a nice little twist. You're gonna love it, I promise. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring the bell. Stay tuned. We are making an asparagus bisque. Delicious. Okay, friends, well, let me show you how to make this one. That's an easy one. Every soup is easy. All it takes is mise en place. I have everything ready in advance, and the rest of it is really easy. Anybody can make a good soup. And you know what? Everybody loves a good soup. Everybody loves a good soup. Oh, yeah, give me a good soup. Oh, I'm going to give you a good soup. But nobody wants to go through the trouble. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, to make it, all you gotta do is chop up a few vegetables, and don't start your soup until everything is chopped and diced. Remember, mise en place. When you have everything ready in advance, you can have a good time cooking. That's what the idea. I always say, if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. That's really what it is. You're supposed to have fun. So I got my mise en place, so now let's have some fun. All right, easy. Asparagus soup. I got onion going. I got a big onion. You know, when I say big onion, you know I use big onion. And I love to show you my big onion. I have a big onion, and it's an organic farm that raises it here down here. It's phenomenal. Okay? Great, beautiful onion. And so when I say one onion, I mean a big one. So you may want to use 2 or 3 onions. You want to end up with about 2.5 cups of onion. If you were to measure, who's measuring, right? We're not measuring around here. So I got the onion going over there, and then the asparagus. Now, the asparagus, friends, I like to peel them. I know a lot of chefs say, oh, I never peel my asparagus. Well, don't peel yours. It's up to you. I like to peel mine because I like to eat everything in the asparagus, okay? So we're going to go through a really quick thing. Number one, Jack, can you get down here, right here? You can see it perfect. So look, guys, this is what I call a fresh asparagus. You see, the bud is nice and closed, okay? And this is what I call an old asparagus. You see? It's open, it's brown in here. This one is all brown out there. You want a nice tight bud. If that's what we call it, asparagus buds, I guess, right? You want a tight buds. This over there, no good for nothing. I mean, you may probably be able, you see also, look, it's all wrinkled. You see right there, it's all wrinkled. It's an old asparagus. It's like us old people, we get wrinkled. It's the same thing as asparagus. So, you want a nice fresh asparagus, and what I do with the asparagus, friends, and you don't have to do that. You know what? Let me just do something real quick, friends. Let me put a cup of stock in my pot so I don't have to worry about my onion burning. So I can talk easily. All right, I got a couple of cups of stock, but if you've seen my video before making soup, you know I don't measure anything. And I'll show you why in a minute. So what I like to do, friends, is I like to first of all, remember the thing about, oh, you got to snap the bottom of it. Whenever you see somebody tell you to snap the bottom of it, send them over here. We'll show them, okay? It doesn't matter. You do not have a snap area. All you have is a dry area. If you look at this right there, friends, it's dry. So what you want to do is you want to cut that out, and you want to make sure it's moist. Everything here is edible. Okay, so you cut just a little bit, make sure it's wet, and this you can throw away. The rest of it is all edible. So you don't want to break it here, break it here, break it. It is no breaking point. I don't know who came up with this idea. I don't know. Maybe one day they were drinking something and they go, oh, well, look, oh, it breaks. Oh, guess what? It breaks over here. Oh, it breaks over there. It is no breaking point, okay? We don't want to waste nothing. All right, so look, friends, what I like to do, I like to peel my asparagus. Okay, you don't have to peel yours if you don't want to. But I find then this fiber right there is much more difficult to eat if you don't want to overcook them. And what do you do with this? Nothing. Okay? This is good for nothing. It's really not that difficult. You see how quick that was? Boom, 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 boom. Now, I got a lot of asparagus here, friends, because I am going to do a lot of soup. When I make a soup, I want to make a big soup. I don't want to make a small bowl of soup. All I got to do is cut on more vegetables. So you make as much as you want. You make as much as your pot you have. My recipe is going to be for a lot. So what I like to do, I like to take the tip and keep them, boom, boom, right there. I'll show you what I do with them in a minute. And so what I do is I cut it in. It doesn't matter what size pieces I cut them. They're right there. They're all good. I don't care, right? And another thing. When you buy little asparagus, they a lot more fiber per real estate, if you will. A big asparagus has less fiber per square inches than a small one. A small one is very hard. It's got a lot of fiber in there. So when you see little ding-dong asparagus like that, try to stay away from it. Try to buy them as big as you can get them. I'm telling you, it's better. They taste better. They're more tender. They're more everything. So now look, guys. I got a chicken stock going on over there, and I'm going to take my tip that I cut earlier, and I'm going to blanch them. I'm going to blanch them in chicken stock. And then I'm going to save them for the end. If you've seen the broccoli soup, I did the same thing with the broccoli florets. I put the tip right there. Those we're going to par cook a little bit. And then we're going to put them in ice water to seal in the color so they stay nice and green. And then when we finish the soup, we're going to add them at the end. All right, you'll see. It's pretty cool. All right, so now, let's continue here. Let me clean up my mess that I made earlier. And I have... so this is, believe it or not, it's 4.5 pounds of asparagus. I went to Costco the other day, and they had them yesterday, and they were in a pack of 2.5 pounds. The 2.5 pounds is not going to be enough, so this is 5 pounds of asparagus. It's a lot, so you may not want to do that much. But if you have the space in the freezer, by all means, do it. All right, so asparagus peeled already right there. And what else are we going to do? We're going to put celeries. This is about 3-4 cups of celeries, if you were to measure. It doesn't matter, really. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, you think somebody's going to have your soup and go, you know, I like your soup, but a little celery, maybe a little too much. Well, take them out of there. 2.5 cups of carrots, cut small, because, you know, sometimes, I don't know if you notice, carrots, they don't cook. I don't know. Some carrots are difficult to cook. This is 2 stock of leeks. I only use the white. All my soup, I use leeks. Every soup. Leeks. And I like to use the white and the light green part of the soup. I'm telling you, wait until I finish this soup too. You're going to love it. It's fantastic, friends. How is my thing doing over there? Good. Okay, so look, I got dill. I got about a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of fresh dill. And I got 11 cloves of garlic. I didn't count them, okay? So you got an idea, friends. It's cooking. No, we're not sending a man in the moon now. Okay, we are cooking, so let's have some fun. And I love my life. I love the idea of doing this. This is so much fun. Look, guys, what is this? Cayenne. Cayenne. Watch for the cayenne, okay, because it'll get you. Ooh. I like it in the background, so I only put 1 teaspoon. This is coriander. It's coriander, ground coriander, and I have 2 teaspoons. It's still going to be in the background. It's not going to be in the foreground. Any spice that I use, I want it to be in the background, not in the foreground. What does that mean? That means we're not going to test it right away. We're going to test it later. You know, you're testing it and you go, oh, what was that? You know, and I love it when people say, there's a spice. I don't recognize what it is. Then you tell them, or maybe not. You say, my secret. So tell them. Share the recipe. That's what recipes are for, right? You notice some people, they go, oh, wow, this is good. Give me the recipe. Oh, no. It's a family secret. Family secret. Recipes to be shared. So only your family can have. My family, not good enough. So look, guys. Chicken stock. You notice I haven't measured anything yet. An important thing. I said that. And in all the soup I make, I do the same deal. So if you've seen my soup before, you know where I'm going with it. I'm going to put potatoes in there. Why am I putting potatoes in an asparagus soup? Remember, I'm going to grind all that up into a smooth texture. With all the stock I'm going to put in, it's going to be too liquid. And there's not starch in the asparagus, then it's going to thicken. So I'm going to put potatoes in there. And I use Yukon Gold potatoes. It's going to give you a nice creamy texture. Remember, texture is everything, friends. The texture is a conductor of flavor. So if I give you a soup too thick, like mashed potatoes, or if I give you a soup too thin, like water, it changes the texture. The texture is a conductor of flavor on the tongue. So it's very important. So what do I do? Instead of putting flour or cornstarch or arrowroot or tapioca powder, I put a potato. I put Yukon Gold potato. How much stock do you put in? Same with all my soup. The soup then we puree. Same to all the soup that I puree. I should be clear about that, okay? Because I was unclear. All right, you take this. Let me take this out of the way. So you put as much stock as you need to cover the vegetables or the whatever potatoes, whatever asparagus you have. You put just enough stock to cover. That's all you need, my friends. You need to cover. You see right there? Boom. Boom, 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 boom. The sound effect, very important. Then we're going to put some salt in there, friends. I'm putting the onion salt because I'm in the mood this week to use onion salt. We're going to adjust the seasoning at the end. I got the cayenne in here for my spice, so we're good. And what I'm going to do, friends, as soon as the asparagus tips are tender, and they're not, probably not. No, they're not. As soon as they're tender, I'm going to take them and I'm going to put them in the ice. Look, I'm going to do this. Boom, put them in the ice. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because when the soup is finished, when I have it all down nice and smooth and perfect texture, I'm going to add them back on and they will already be cooked. All right, friends? So we're going to continue cooking all this. Slowly, we're going to bring it to boil. Then we're going to put it on a very low bloop, 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 bloop. We're going to let it cook slowly, slowly, slowly. And when the potatoes are tender, when the asparagus are cooked, we're going to puree the whole thing, and I'm going to finish it up. I'm going to show you how we do it. All right, friends? So I'll be back when everything is finished. And we're going to finish at the end. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, friends. Well, everything is cooked. Just remember when your carrots are done, usually they're the one that take the longest to cook. We're going to finish it, right? So now we're going to put some goat cheese in there. I know a lot of you don't like goat cheese. Don't worry about it. You don't have to put it in. You can put a mascarpone cheese. You can put a cream cheese. A little bit of cheese would be nice. It'll make it nice and creamy, eh? But you certainly don't need to. I love it. So I'm going to put about 8 ounces of goat cheese in there. But like I said, you don't like it, don't put it in, you know. I mean, I've made it with brie cheese. It's delicious. You got to put some kind of a cheese in there. It'll make it really, 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 really nice, friends. Eh? But it's not necessary. I'm going to put a little bit of cream in there also. But first, we're going to get the immersion blender. You know, we like the big one. Eh? We're going to put the immersion blender in there, and we're going to blend everything. All right? We're going to go for it. You know, this is going to make it nice and smooth. Nice and smooth, friends. And the potatoes are going to give us a beautiful texture. This is going to look beautiful. You see? Now, I like my soup to be very, very smooth. So, we're going to put a little bit of heavy whipping cream. I'm going to increase the speed. It's going to make more noise. I can take it on a boat on a Sunday. My goodness. I'm going to put a little bit of heavy whipping cream, friends. Doesn't need a lot, just a little bit. About a half a cup or a cup. It's really up to you. There's no right or wrong here, friends. We're going to continue. It's looking good. Longer we leave it, smoother and smoother it's going to be. I'm going to put a bit of Parmesan Reggiano in. About a cup. But remember, I have a very big quantity, eh? That's what's making a lot of noise. All right. We are good to go, friends. We are good to go, friends. It looks good. It's got nice texture. Again, it needs a little bit more salt. All of my soup at the end needs a little more salt. Oh, I can taste everything. Wow, it's phenomenal. I got that cayenne a little bit right there. Oh, delicious. Coriander just a little bit in the background. Delicious. All right. We are good, friends. We're going to take it out. You can leave it a little bit longer. You can make it smoother. It's really up to you. I think it's beautiful like this. I think it's going to work beautiful like this. Let me take a ladle. And we're going to make ourselves a beautiful plate. I got it all right there. And then, of course, friends, we take those little speared, then we saved later, and we just mix them in. And of course, you can decorate the plate with a little bit of prosciutto chips. And we released a video on how to do the prosciutto chips. It's wonderful. You can add a few of those in there. It'll be delicious. You can also put crouton or crostinis. It'll be delicious. We're going to put it right in there. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You see, very simple. Very nice. And then, you know, I made a little bit of the sour cream and cream mixture with a little bit of sriracha. And we're going to put this on here. Just very simple. Just to cool it a little bit. Just a quick little circle of it. Very, very simple. Nothing fancy, right? And then we're going to take some of those spears that we saved earlier, and we'll put a little bit like this around it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just to decorate the plate a little bit. So we're serving a soup. We're paying attention to detail, and then we can take a little bit of the chips, the prosciutto chips. And well, this one fell, so it's gonna go in there and put them however we feel like it. Or you can break them up. You can break them up like a bacon chips, bacon crisp, you know. Put them in there like that. It'll stay however you want to do it, friends. And this right there is our asparagus soup, which is wonderful. It looks awesome. Let me get my spoon, and I'll tell you how good it is. We'll have to break it. Yeah, that's okay. It's delicious. Delicious. And the crispy, the prosciutto chips. I want to show you the prosciutto chips. I'm going to have a piece. Look how nice it is. And it's crispy, and it's crispy. It's delicious. Nice little add to the soup. Friends, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, if you do, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring the bell. Thanks for watching, friends. It's delicious. I hope you make it. Wow, this is a great soup. I'm really gonna like this one. Wonderful. You think we got enough right there, Jack? All right? We got enough for the rainy days, or the cold days, I should say. Cold days.